Hello, Oklahoma. Emma White here with your weekly Mesonet weather report. Winter wheat planting is in full swing across the state. The corn and sorghum are in the midst of their harvesting seasons. I noticed lots of harvesters out in the corn in the northern counties this past weekend. Peanuts have just started being harvested. Soybean is a little bit behind, but should be heading into its harvest season soon. Cotton is the last of the crops to start being harvested, but that will also be upon the state very soon. The soil moisture conditions have been dry across the state with little to no precipitation in many parts of the state the last few weeks. This map shows the available soil moisture percent in the top 4 inches of the soil. Both the panhandle and the central part of the state are suffering the most. Much of the wheat is planted in the north central and western parts, so the lack of soil moisture there could be an issue. When the soil gets dry, producers may decide to dust in the seed and hope for precipitation later. Speaking of precipitation, here is a map of precipitation data in the 2 weeks from September 24th through October 7th. In most counties besides the southeast, little precipitation has occurred in the last few weeks. This lack of precipitation also applies to gardeners who have probably been watering their fall garden more than expected. Looking even more into the future of next week through October 17th, the precipitation outlook is predicting just slightly above average precipitation in the northwest part of the state, but near normal or even below normal elsewhere. It could be a little while before ample precipitation occurs for that newly planted winter wheat to have successful germination and emergence. Gary McManus is up next with your state climatology report.
Thanks, Emma, and good morning, everyone. Well, we continue in that low summer mode. We did get a little bit of relief this week, but it's just been hot and it's also been dry. And you know what that means? Of course, changes on the drought monitor. Let's take a look at the newest map. Well, it's not looking pretty. We have a lot more color on the map compared to last week and compared to the last couple of months even. So drought is increasing across the state of Oklahoma, especially in these localized areas where they've missed out on rainfall. We are very dangerously close to getting more and more severe drought instead of just that lowest level of moderate drought. And of course, that yellow area, the abnormally dry conditions, signify not drought, but areas in danger of going into drought if we're not careful. And the careful part is we need rainfall. This map is also looking worse and worse each week. The consecutive days with less than a quarter inch of rainfall map from the Oklahoma Mesonet, and now even at this point in the week we're up to close to 40 days, and this will probably continue to grow as we go through at least the next week or so. Maybe some rainfall in parts of the state, but nothing significant enough to stop the spread of drought, at least not showing up right yet. So we definitely need the rainfall to get this map reset. Now we're up to over 2 weeks over much of the state, and of course up to 40 days in other areas. The dryness is starting to show up on the 60-day rainfall map from the Mesonet. If you're in the reds or the oranges, you're in a decent shape, at least over the last 60 days. If you look at the areas where we're in the light yellows and especially the greens, those are the areas where we are in danger going into more intense drought, and we have seen them go into more intense drought. So again, this is over the 60-day period, not looking good for the state of Oklahoma over that time frame. Unfortunately, we're going to need a lot more help with rainfall over the next couple of weeks. It doesn't look great right now, but that can certainly turn around in a hurry, and that's what we're hoping for. That's it for this time. We'll see you next time on the Mesonet Weather Report.